hello, you insouciant long pigs in his eyes. Obviously, one coming at you for another Transformers transformation review thingy. Yes, before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to tell me when I get new videos out. It should be every Thursday and Saturday. Anyway, check out what we're doing today. We're doing Rodimus Unicronus and Rodimus Prime from. Now, let me see if I can remember it. Power of the Primes. These came out in 2018. These came out in 2018, just so you know. So that's 8 years ago. Holy shitballs! Yeah, a lot of change. Lots of change since then. But yeah. So we'll tell you what we'll do is I'm doing these together because both exactly the same mold, and the only difference is colour and some slight retooling for the head of this guy. But other than that, they are pretty much the same. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at Hot Rod first, and then we'll compare the two. So this is Hot Rodimus, or Rodimus Prime, or Jeff, or whatever you want to call him. And he's pretty cool. I mean, see, the thing is, right, before I get into it, the elephant in the room for these guys is they're not great. The idea is sound. They're just not executed very well. I'll get into that as I go through. But I do like these for some reason. I'm not sure. But anyway, I coloured in the lights, the wheels in there because they were just black. Just breaks up a little bit of the black there. Very nice. Rolls reasonably well, I'll tell you. You've got some nice sticker detail with. Just bear with us. Yeah, so you've got some nice sticker detail there with kind of like a flaming exhaust. Although it's a bit not applied very well because these are factory applied stickers, and these ones aren't applied very well. But it's sort of emulating the fire coming out of the exhaust there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then you got the nice these stickers, not tampers. Sticker Autobot symbol there, but this is tampered, which is kind of strange. Very nice fire design for Hot Rod there. It's very nice indeed. A nice big Autobot symbol. So I like the yeah, you can see fists inside there, but we'll get onto that in a minute. Nice colour scheme. You know the sort of magenta red, the silver, bits of black here and there, and the yellow. Although it's two different types of yellow, because you can obviously see on there. But it kind of breaks it up a bit. And you can stack his guns on the top there, so he can be in war mode. But it's the flaming Winnebago of love, isn't it? So, you know, but it does the job. Like I said, some nice moulded detail in there. You got this this diamond plate going on there. All these panel lines through here. Even in these pipes there, you got some like extra pipes and conduits going on. Autobot symbol there. It's not applied properly because it's slightly askew. You got these like hatches and things and stuffs on the top. You've got some more details as well, and you got the guns there. We'll get onto those in a moment as well. But that's not really. And then underneath, you can exactly see what's going to happen here. But yeah, that's Rodimus Prime. And here is Rodimus Unicronus, and he looks pretty cool. I love this colour scheme. I love the red window with the black, the sort of black and white grey going on. And then you got the beautiful tampered like tribal flames going on there with the Decepticon symbol. So you can see the two together. I mean, it's totally different, but they kind of give the same vibes. That's so cool. And it's even when the light gets to it, look, you've even got like almost 2 shades of purple in there. It's very cool. And on the side there, you've got exactly the same details. Just you've got that bit that's coloured in purple, and then you've got the different flames going on there, which emulate the ones on the front. These are so cool. I really do like them. Wish those were tampered as well, but you know, you can't have everything. But other than that, you know, it's exactly the same mould, just different colours. And so you've got and this is the flaming Winnebago of hate. So you've got hate there, and then you've got love there. Which is, I mean, they do look really good together. It's just, this one, although, Rodimus Unicronus, which is a silly name, because it's redundant. You've got 2 usses at the end of the word there. They do, because their fists are black, they do kind of hide away a bit better in there. But, you know, it's still not great, that bit. But I do like this mould. So, we'll take them into, because they've got individual car modes as well as combined modes. I'm sorry, that's just a car going past the window, because it's rather warm today. So, let's get those out, shall we? So, yeah, so what we do to get these out is we just disconnect this section here like that. Move it out of the way. Yeah, move it out of the way. This section, you disconnect from this section here. So you just pull that out, lift it up to make it easier, and rotate this section back like that. Same again for this side. So you disconnect these pipes here like that, and then you disconnect those pipes from there like that. That rotates back, that rotates up a bit, and inside here you've got a clip that clips onto the spoiler. Actually no, just clip. This is technically the spoiler for Rodimus Unicronus, and it's just clipped on the top of the canopy there, and that just pops out like that. And then what we do is we just close these up, and then we get car mode. And there they are in car mode, and they look really fucking cool together. Unfortunately, I haven't got the Studio Series or the Shattered Glass one to show you on hand. They're just right now in storage. I need to get shelves for them. I keep saying that, but that's the truth. After TFN. So yeah, we've got these car modes, and they look really good, actually. The car mode do have a G1 look to them. They've not like the G1 toy, rather. So yeah, they're both exactly the same apart from the tampon there, and of course the colours. But I really like the colours on these, particularly this guy. I love the black and white grey that's going on, and the red in the spoiler there. So we'll take a look at Rodimus first. So we've got the beautiful tampered flames and Autobot badge there. You've got a nice blue cockpit. There's some details in there. You can just make out some details in there. And then we've got some more moulding on the spoiler, on the back there. And you got the nice silver painted exhausts. But other than that, that is your lot, unfortunately. And you've got the underneath, which is, you can see what's going on. And same with Rodimus Unicronus. You've got the engine there, which is pretty good. Although that one's painted in, this one isn't. Which is a bit of a shame. But then it emulates like the original toy. Well, no, the original robot mode. So there's no engine for this one. So this one kind of beats it there. But it's nice, and I do love that tampo on there. That's really fucking cool. It's kind of like two, like I said earlier, it's two colours. When the light gets it, it's sort of like a darker purple. And so actually, I think it's got like it's got a little bit of speckle in there, which is very nice. But other than that, exactly the same mould. And then they roll really well, actually. They're really cool. So we'll take these to robot mode. So we'll start with hot rod here, and what we do is we disconnect these sections here and rotate them in. Thus, same again for this side. Thus, and then what we do is we come to the back here. These will obviously become his legs, and they're pegged in. There's a peg there and a peg there, and then they both the parts of the leg there are pegged into this tiny little bit here. So it's just kind of you've got to finagle it out, and it's a bit. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to snap it, but there we go, there's one, and then once one's out, the other one's easy to get out. So then we rotate that up like that, then we come to the front here, and then what we do is we come into here, and then we just take out what will become the feet. Same again for this side, what will become the feet. Straighten his legs out, there we go. Then what we do is we come to the front of the car, we separate what will become his arms, and they don't separate that much. Then this section comes forward, we lift this bit up, like, and I've got a feather in there somehow. This rotates up like that, so you get the little bit of a gap there. Rotate that round, bring out his bonds, fold that up like that, and then we rotate this part of the spoiler up like that, and on the inside there's some details as well, but it's also got the 2018 stamp in there. Tommy Vietnam. Yeah, so then that just fits back in there. You've got a little port there, and a little peg there. That just fits into place like that. There we go. And there is Hot Rod in his robot mode. And he's a little bit odd. Oh yeah, you've got to disconnect his arms, which easier said than done for some reason. I don't know why. Come on, there we are. That was a bit odd. There we are. Same for this side. There we are. And there he is in robot mode. It's a bit lanky and a bit gainly, but it does the job, doesn't it? There we are. Get him in there. It does the job. When I can focus in, there we go. Yeah, it does the job. It's pretty cool. I mean, there have been better hot rods released after this one, but yeah, it does do the job, and I quite like it. Let's have a look at his head sculpt. Oh, yeah, I need a new stand. This is about it now. You got a nice head sculpt there. No light piping, unfortunately. Does what it says on the tin. Looks like hot rod. It is hot rod, isn't it? So yeah. So we do have. You can put you can hold his guns in this mode. So we get this gun, which is quite a nice gun actually. Very nice. And then you can hold that in his hand like that. And then you can get the other gun as well, which is like that one. This isn't exactly my favourite, but there you go. And then you can put it in his other hand like that, and because that's a bit too big, it does that, doesn't fit all the way. So there we go. So there is Hot Rod. And there is Rodimus Unicronus next to him, and they do look really well together. They look fantastic. But I like this guy better. The colour scheme, just, it's beautiful. I tell you what I do like as well. On Hot Rod, you've got the stickers like on the G1 toy, these little arrows that point up, same on his feet. And on Rodimus Unicronus here, they point downwards, which is very cool. I do like that little touch. Let's look at Rodimus's head. And again, they've done something a bit different with his head there. Got lovely piercing red eyes. Although mine has got a bit of chip on his chin there. That was like that out of the box, really. But I do like the way they've done the helmet. You know, this purple, sort of sparkly purple. Just breaks that up a bit, which they didn't do that for Hot Rod, which is a bit of a shame. But there we go, yes. Yeah, they are really cool figures together. Really, really, really fucking cool. I really do like them. So in terms of articulation then, we'll use this guy. They're both exactly the same. The head will rotate 360 degrees. I know they're only hindered by the where it's thingy, so you get about 180 degrees-ish. Arms will rotate 360 degrees, but they are hindered by the kibble there because they're on a ball joint there. You can bend his elbows like that because they're on a ball joint. You can twist them as well. Nothing at the wrist, I think. No, nothing at the waist, but you can kick it forward and knock back because they're hindered by the kibble. Out like that, bend at the knee, rotate at the knee because it's a universal joint. No swivel or anything like that. Can you move his waist? No, you can't move his waist. And his toes can move up and down. But that is your lot. And like I say, Hot Rod has exactly the same articulation, exactly the same. And you can give him his guns as well. He has exactly the same guns. They didn't do anything different. They're both the same. So we can give him his... Do you know what? We'll alternate. We'll put that one on this side. And then we'll put that one on this side as well. When it wants to go in, come on. There we go. And to be fair, they look really good. They do look good together. I mean, there have been better versions of these guys in the past. And if you notice, if you wonder what that is that door, the latch is broken. So it keeps banging. So I've put a wash leather, I think that is, to stop it banging while I do the video. Because you don't want it banging if the window's open because it's boiling in here. Actually, we're going to need a bit of a up like that. There we go. Yeah, we'll get them all into frame. And they do look really good. I mean, I must admit. I mean, the application of the toy, though, yeah, a couple more rounds of R&D, perhaps. But they do look pretty cool. But then we're not finished yet. We've got this lot to add. So, what we'll do is, like I said, keep alternating. Because they're both exactly the same. We'll just put Hot Rod out of there. And we'll use this guy to transform. So, what do? Obviously, remove his guns. Oh, that's squeaky. Move his guns. So what do? Is we rotate his arms up like that. Then we disconnect this bit, rotate it round like that, and then put that back there like that. Then we put his head. I've done that wrong. Should have done that first. So we'll put his head. Rotate that round like that, as if we were putting it back to vehicle mode. Then, what we do is, we take this whole section here, after we move these down, like that, and lift these pants up. I forgot to mention, he does have the nice purple on his pants there as well. And his crotch flap, I guess. And then we snap that in half like that, rotate that down to reveal his robot head, big robot head. I'll get onto that in a moment. Then, we rotate his robot legs up like that, and then we position him in this position. Position him in this position. A bit redundant, that sentence. Open those up, rotate that in like that. Then we rotate these round, so keep that like that. Rotate these around and push them up, thus. Rotate that around, do that, and then put these tootsies away. There we go. So we're into this position. So we need to bring the trailer in. Ping! There it is. So what do we do is basically dismantle this essentially. So you take these sections here and we disconnect these like that. Just put them over there. Get this section, rotate that. Oh no, we don't, not yet. These will obviously become his big legs in robot mode because you see these are thighs. When he's in vehicle mode, where is it? On the back there, these little prongs there will fit into there. And that's what holds him in, which is pretty cool. So what we do is we grab this section here and then firstly, we disconnect what will become the big robot feet like that. Then we get this whole section, disconnect it, pull it down like that. Open this up like so, and then we rotate that up and lift it up like that. Oh yeah, before I do anything, flip that down. Before I do anything, I'll have a look at the matrix here. Hot Rod doesn't have one, because I bought this off Tofu. Now, it doesn't really matter, but you can't hold this anyway. It comes with one of these matrix things, which is pretty cool. You've got a nice red crystal in there, which is just like so. You can use this as a Titan Master if you wanted to, so you can push this out, and then that could become a Titan Master head. But you can also get a Titan Master. We have one here. This is Emissary from the Omega Prime. Fold him up into robot mode, and then we just slot him into place like so. Come on, he's supposed to do it. There we are. Slot him into place, and you can have a face sticking out of a matrix handle. If the need arise, you never know, it might do. We've dropped it all over. And that will fit back in there as well, like that. So you can have a face sticking out, going, help me, I'm stuck. So we can take that out. And that's all it does. You can't hold it, which is a bit of a shame. So we just punch that out. And then we put this one back in. There we go. And then we put that back in there. Thus, there we are. So we'll move him out of the way. There we are, don't know what happened there. Technical difficulties, as usual. So then what we do is we rotate these back down like that. Like so. Straighten. Oh yeah, we need to pull out his heels so you can stand up straight. Like so. Then we get this grey section, rotate that in like that. And we're going to need more height. There we go, because this fella's going to get big. So, now we take this section, and what happens now is, this whole section here will slide into the back there. This section here will connect up where his crotch would be in normal robot mode. And then these should all connect here as well, so we'll do that. So we'll just put that in there, like that. So it all slots into place. And then we just click it in. There we go. And then they just point to the back. And then this front should fit forward. It doesn't really snap into place as such. Oh, actually, I've done that wrong. Because that needs to be back there. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then there is secure. It doesn't really snap into place, but it is secure. It will stay there. Which is a bonus. And you separate the legs, got to do that. There we go. And then we get these sections. Then we take this, so just split them in half, get this bit, and then rotate that round like that. Get this section, and that bit will just peg on to these little clips here. So we just connect him up like that. Easy said than done, apparently. Come on, I've been playing with you all afternoon, and then now you want to fight me. Bear with us. There we are, got it on. And then we... Second verse, same as the first. Open that up, and then you just connect him up like that. You don't want to go on now. Why don't you want to go on? There we go. Got it. And there is Rodimus Unicronus in his robot mode. And he looks pretty fucking cool, doesn't he? He looks really fucking cool. We'll bring in Hot Rod. Ping, there we go. And there they are in their super robot mode. And they do look really well together, don't they? They look fantastic. I just absolutely love these guys. So get a bit of light there. There we are. Sorry. Come on. There we are. But yeah, they do look really well. If you can pick them up cheap, I would highly recommend them. In terms of articulation, let's do Rodimus Prime here. He can rotate his head about 180 degrees, just about. He can rotate his arm 360 degrees at the shoulder, and he's dropped his gun. He can lift his shoulder up like that. He can rotate at the thigh, bend at the elbow, rotation at the wrist. Nothing at the waist. You flip his crotch plate up. He can kick forward. He can kick backwards if you lift the kibble out of the way like that. He can kick backwards like that. So we'll just put that together. He can rotate at the top of the thigh. He can knee about 90 degrees, and his feet can up and down and left and right as well. Theoretically give him oh, hang on, everything's coming loose. This is the other thing about this guy. Once it just won't stay very well. There we go. The other thing as well is this gun, for some reason on Hot Rod, doesn't want to stay connected. And yet I've swapped it over and it's just this bit. It will not stay connected because it's supposed to put it in the end of the gun like that to give him his long gun, and it'll stay there fine. But if you go near it, breathe on it, sneeze near it, it will fall off. But yeah, there we go. And they do look really good together. Let's take a look at the head sculpts. We've got Hot Rod's there. It looks kind of like he's just woke up, actually. His eyes are like, who's making all that noise? And you've got the age lines there. He's not too bad. You've got the tampon there as well as from vehicle mode. And then on his legs, you've got these little stickers there. These are supposed to be factory applied. That's not factory applied. And then just black feet. Does the job. And move it over to Rodimus Unicronus. Look at that head sculpt. That's Lemmy, isn't it? That is Lemmy Kilmster for a Motorhead in Transformer form. I mean, look at that face. That is his beard, his mutton chops, his red visor, his purple on his head. It's a completely different head sculpt, which I absolutely love. I love that Decepticon symbol we saw earlier. And then he's got different stickers as well. He's got different colours. And they're in different positions as well. And he's got a purple on his feet there. But yeah, it just looks really fucking cool. Yeah. So if you like what I do, like I said earlier, hit like, share and subscribe, the notification bell, all the good stuff. Big shout out to all my subscribers, Patreons and everything like that. Like I said, sorry there was no video last week. I just did not get time. Real world got in the way. And I hope you enjoyed this review because it was a long one. And I'll catch you all very soon. Bye for now.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform. Soundwave SG-1, bringing thunder in the storm. Watch me review, watch this channel ignite. Fusing metal and vision, let's take flight. Transform and roll.